Welcome back to RedMixFacts. Did a forgotten queen from central India almost defeat the Mughals? Why is Rani Durgavati not remembered like Rani Lakshmi Bai? These questions spark curiosity and challenge what we know about Indian history. In this episode of RedMixFacts, we unveil the incredible yet often overlooked life of Rani Durgavati, a warrior queen from the 16th century, who not only ruled a prosperous kingdom, but also stood her ground against the mighty Mughal Empire. Her legacy is one of valor, strategy, and sacrifice, a story that deserves far more recognition than it has received. Stay tuned as we dive into her powerful journey. Rani Durgavati was born in 1524 into the Chandela Rajput dynasty, known for their lineage of warriors and builders of the famous Khajuraho temples. Her upbringing was steeped in martial training and royal responsibilities. Later, she married Dalpat Shah, the heir to the Gond dynasty, a tribal kingdom in central India. The union was not only a political alliance, but also a cultural bridge between Rajputs and Gonds. After her husband's untimely death, Rani Durgavati assumed the throne as regent for her young son, Veer Narayan. Despite societal resistance to a female ruler, she proved herself a capable leader and protector of her people. When Dalpat Shah died in 1550, the throne of Gondwana was vulnerable, with internal threats and external dangers looming. Rani Durgavati stepped in to take control, defying conservative norms that discouraged women from ruling. Her regency was marked by strength and political acumen. She maintained the unity of her kingdom and garnered the respect of nobles and commoners alike. Rani Durgavati became a symbol of resilience, steering her realm through uncertain times. Her leadership was characterized by both maternal care for her subjects and the unwavering resolve of a seasoned warrior. Under Rani Durgavati's rule, Gondwana flourished. She invested in public infrastructure, roads, water reservoirs, forts, and temples. Her administration promoted agriculture and trade, ensuring economic stability. Historical records suggest she was deeply involved in state affairs, often conducting open courts to resolve disputes personally. She placed capable ministers in key positions and implemented policies that balanced tradition with pragmatism. This period of prosperity laid the foundation for a united front when the Mughal threat eventually approached. In the early 1560s, the Mughal Empire under Akbar began expanding aggressively into central India. Rani Durgavati's prosperous and strategically located kingdom attracted their attention. Akbar dispatched his general Asaf Khan to annex Gondwana. Asaf Khan was experienced, well-equipped, and commanded a large army. He believed that a small tribal kingdom led by a woman would fall easily. However, he underestimated Rani Durgavati's determination and military intelligence. The threat was real, and for many rulers, surrender might have been the logical path, but not for Durgavati. Despite repeated messages of peace and submission from the Mughals, Rani Durgavati stood firm. She famously declared that it is better to die with dignity than to live under subjugation. This mindset reflected not only personal pride, but also the collective spirit of her people. She began organizing her forces, aware of the vast numerical disadvantage. She knew the terrain of her land and chose to use it to her advantage. Her refusal to bow down was not an act of arrogance, but of pure courage, a queen ready to fight against the odds. Understanding that traditional battle tactics would fail against a massive Mughal force, Rani Durgavati adopted guerrilla warfare. Her army used dense forests, hills, and rivers to launch surprise attacks, ambushes, and night raids on the Mughals. Her mobility and knowledge of the terrain frustrated Asaf Khan's forces. She turned the geography of Gondwana into her greatest ally. These tactics not only slowed the Mughal advance, but also inflicted heavy casualties. Her strategy showcased a deep understanding of unconventional warfare, centuries before it became a common military tactic. The decisive confrontation occurred at Narrai, a valley flanked by steep hills and a river, a natural fortress. Rani Durgavati chose this location for her final stand. It was a brilliant choice, maximizing her army's defensive capabilities. Despite being vastly outnumbered, her forces held their ground. The terrain helped neutralize the Mughal cavalry advantage. For hours, both sides fought fiercely. Her leadership on the battlefield inspired her soldiers to fight with unmatched zeal. It wasn't just a battle, it was a declaration of defiance. As the tide of battle began to turn, Rani Durgavati mounted her war elephant and led from the front. She was struck by multiple arrows but continued to fight. Her presence on the battlefield lifted the morale of her troops. Eventually, she was severely wounded. Fearing capture and dishonor, she made the ultimate decision to end her own life using a dagger. Her final act was one of immense bravery, choosing death over humiliation. Her sacrifice became a lasting symbol of honor and pride. Rani Durgavati's sacrifice was acknowledged even by her enemies. Mughal historian Abul Fazl noted her exceptional courage. Yet over time, her story faded from mainstream history. Unlike other warrior queens, she wasn't from a major metropolis or an elite dynasty, which perhaps contributed to her historical neglect. However, in central India, especially in modern-day Madhya Pradesh, she remains a revered figure. Her name lives on in the university, museum, and memorials dedicated to her, but her story deserves national attention. Today, institutions like the Rani Durgavati University in Jabalpur honor her name. Statues, memorials, and government programs keep her memory alive locally. However, many Indians remain unaware of her contributions. There are few mentions in textbooks, films, or national commemorations. A queen who stood up to one of the most powerful empires in the world deserves a place in the national consciousness. It's up to us to ensure her legacy is not forgotten. Why has Rani Durgavati been overlooked in Indian history? Was it because she was a tribal queen? Was it because her kingdom was outside the political spotlight? Or is it simply a case of history being written by the victors? These questions reveal how biased and selective historical narratives can be. By rediscovering such stories, we not only honor brave individuals, but also challenge the way history has been told. Rani Durgavati's story must be remembered, retold, and revered. Rani Durgavati's story answers a powerful question. Can one person truly stand against an empire? Yes, with courage, intelligence, and unbreakable will. Her legacy proves that true heroism isn't about victory, but about resistance. Her defiance, leadership, and ultimate sacrifice mark her as one of India's greatest warriors. She didn't lose, she became immortal in spirit. Her life is a reminder that even when history forgets, truth endures. Rani Durgavati is not just a page in history. She is a lesson in courage. If this story inspired you, comment Jai Durgavati below. Share this video to spread her legacy and make sure her sacrifice is never forgotten. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more hidden history and untold stories. Only on RedMixFacts.